Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. This is Mike. Thank you for tuning in to The Verdict. Today we're going to be talking about the Amityville horror, about the first murders that took place there. Many years ago, they had, do you remember after the murders took place that the Lutz family bought the house? And we're going to be talking about the first part about the murders and to see what you think about it. So let's go ahead and get in this video, this reaction, and let's look at it and see what we think about it.
We've compiled a list of facts about Ronald DeFeo Jr. Ronald Joseph DeFeo Jr., aka Butch, is an American mass murderer. Ronald was born on September 26, 1951 in Brooklyn, New York City. He was tried and convicted for the killings of his father, mother, two brothers, and two sisters on November 14, 1974. He is currently 65 years old and is held in the Sullivan Correctional Facility in the town of Fallsburg, New York. On Wednesday, November 13, 1974, around 6:30 p.m., then 23-year-old Ronald Jr. went to Henry's Bar in Amityville, Long Island, New York, and declared, "You got to help me. I think my mother and father are shot." A small group of people went into 112 Ocean Avenue, which was located near the bar, and found that Ronald Jr.'s parents were indeed dead. One of the people in the groups was Ronald Jr.'s friend Joe Yeswit, who made an emergency call to the Suffolk County Police, who searched the home and found that all 6 members of the same family were dead in their beds. All of the victims had been shot around 3 o'clock in the morning of that day with the .35 caliber level action Marlin 336C rifle. According to Suffolk County Police, the victims were all found lying on their stomachs in bed. Both of the parents had been shot twice, while all the children had been killed with single shots. Physical evidence suggests that Louise DeFeo and her daughter Allison were both awake at the time of their death. The family had occupied 112 Ocean Avenue since purchasing it in 1965. The deceased were later buried in nearby St. Charles Cemetery in Farmingdale. Ronald Jr. was taken to the local police station for his own protection after suggesting to police officers at the scene of the crime that the killings had been carried out by a mob hitman, Louis Fellaini. The alleged hitman had an alibi proving Fellaini was out of state at the time of the killings. However, an interview at the station later exposed serious conflicts in his version of events. On the next day, he confessed to carrying out the killings himself. He had taken a bath and redressed, telling details where he had discarded crucial evidence like blood-stained clothes and the Marlin rifle and cartridges before arriving to work as usual. Ronald Jr.'s trial began on October 14th of 1975. He and his lawyer William Weber mounted to an affirmative defense of insanity, claiming that he killed his family in self-defense because he heard their voices plotting against him. DeFeo's psychiatrist Dr. Daniel Schwartz supported the insanity plea for defense, and the psychiatrist for prosecution Dr. Harold Zolan presented that although Ronald Jr. was an abuser of heroin and LSD, he had an antisocial personality disorder and was aware of his actions at the time of the crime. DeFeo was found guilty on November 21, 1975 on 6 counts of second-degree murder. Later on December 4, 1975, he was sentenced to 6 concurrent life sentences of 25 years. All of his requests to the parole board have been denied. DeFeo has an unstable relationship with his father, but the motive for the killings remains unclear.
It's hard to believe that an individual will kill 6 of his family members. We know this is fact that he killed 6 of his family members, and we know that really did happen. He tried to plead insanity to try to get a lesser charge. Also, later on, he claimed when he said insanity, he said that he heard voices in his head telling him to do it. Now we know that this was facts, that this really did happen. Later on, we know the Lutz family bought it, and they declared that the house was haunted, and wrote a book, had a movie deal that made probably millions of dollars even to this day, the Amityville Horror, But I wish I could hear from someone from that community that can tell some more side about this. It's a tragedy that have happened in their community. Yes, we know that the murders really did took place there. That 6 people did lost their life. But do they really believe that the house was haunted? Or do they believe the Lutz family just got it to make this big story up to make millions of dollars? I'd like to know your opinion about it, or what you have studied about it. Do you believe that the story is make-up, that's make-believe? If you live in that community, I'd like to hear from you in the comments. Or do you really believe that there is a demonic force in that house that caused the murders of 6 innocent people? Or was this a scheme to make money? So we got 2 stories here. We know the first one really did happen. 6 people was murdered. The second one, was the house haunted? Was it occupied by demonic forces? I would like to hear from you and have your opinion on it. Thank you for watching the verdict. I tell you, I enjoyed this little clip. I have to give it probably a 9. I really did enjoy it. So tell me what you think about it, what you rate it. Until next time, this is Michael. I hope you have a good day. Keep watching for new videos. Until next time.